everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be playing another game of Locker of Death. As I said before, nung nag-upload ako ng Pokemon game, itutuloy ko yung, itutuloy ko yung game. Siya lang yung maiiwanan from the horror months. Kasi natapos ko na rin yung isa. So, I need a new game for ito natatapusin. So, eto na, itutuloy ko na siya. So, last time, merong ipagtatapat sa akin si Nodoka. And, meron akong fair na guess. Hindi ko alam kung tama yung guess ko. Ngayon, itutuloy ko na siya. So, tingnan ko yung previous na chapter. Kung meron, kasi hindi ko siya ginagalaw eh. Okay. Yun lang sinabi ko yung you what. Okay, let's start with chapter 4. So, you what? So, nalaman ko na may inilagay si Nodoka sa napangalan sa locker. So, tutuloy ko na to. I didn't mean to hurt anyone. I did it secretly on the weekend, before we knew it was really a curse. Wait, so after we left, she snuck back without us to put the name into the locker? The legend of the Locker of Love sounded so romantic. I wanted to believe in it. I didn't even realize you were interested in someone. That's not the point, Jackie. Ow. We've been best friends for so long, but she never said a word to me about having a crush on someone. I'm surprised it never came up. But why wasn't it there when I looked? Unless the name she put in was... No, this isn't the time to speculate. Nodoka needs me right now. Yeah. Now I know there's probably a curse in the locker. And if that's true, then she covers her face. We'll find a way to break it. Yeah, yun yung mission ko, humanap ng way. But if we don't, he'll die because of me. Her shoulders shake as she sobs into her hands. I never wanted that. That's the last thing I wanted to happen. I wanted him to fall in love with me. But instead, he'll... She shakes her head and trails off, still sobbing. Ano ba to? Seashells by the seashore lang. I can't imagine how horrifying it must feel to know that she accidentally doomed someone you love. No wonder she was so upset after we learned about Ritsuo and Hiroto. She must have been thinking about this all this time. I feel so guilty, and if anything happens, I'll always know that it was my fault. Okay. Wait na, tinatanong niya ako, sasabihin ko. Hindi ko siya sinisisi eh. Hindi naman niya alam. So, it's not your fault. Time to use the rubies. It's not your fault. Yes, it is. I put my hands gently on her shoulders. Okay. Moves. Look at me, Nodoka. Okay. She sniffles and lifts her head. Her eyes glimmer with unshed tears. When you put his name in the locker, you didn't know about the curse. You thought it would make him fall in love with you, right? Yeah. You never intended for him to get hurt. That was the last thing in the world I ever want to happen. Telling someone to fall in love with you is another moral debate, but now isn't the time to bring that up. I knew you never intended to hurt anyone. How does it make it better? It doesn't fix it, but it means you aren't responsible. You didn't know what would happen when you put his name in the locker. Heck, the very idea sounds absurd. I guess so. The person in the locker is to blame for all of this, not you. But if he dies, I'll always know he'd still be alive, if it wasn't for what I did. Then we'll just have to break the curse before it gets that far. Do you really think we can? I do. You said you put his name in over the weekend, right? Yes, on Sunday. Sunday? So she snuck into the school while it was closed? Man, she really wanted to keep it a secret from the rest of us. That means we have the entire week to break the curse and save him. Are you sure? Ruby says it takes a week and she's the expert, so don't lose heart just yet. We'll break the curse in time. Thank you, Jackie. Oh, ho, ho. She wraps her arms around me in a fierce hug and draws a shuddering breath. Oh, napakalma ko siya. Yeah. If you say it's possible, then I believe you. Ako lang yung nilagay mo dun eh. I wish I knew when my name was put in. I might have even less time. What is it? I was just wondering if there's any sort of warning sign. The love confession always comes first. If that hasn't happened yet, then you know you haven't at least 2 days. So don't worry, I'm safe for now. Oh, that's good. Despite her words, she still looks pale and upset. I guess knowing we only have the rest of the week to break the curse isn't very reassuring. Yeah. Mamamatay pala yung character ko. I hug her again. Don't worry, we'll make this right. I wish I could go back in time and stop myself from doing it in the first place. But since I can't, I'll do everything I can to stop it now. She takes a deep breath and claps her fist into her hand. No one is going to die because of me. Yeah. Good morals. Right. Now I just hope we really can break the curse in time, for all our sakes. As soon as I heard what happened to Ritsugu and Hiroto, I got scared. I went back to the locker and put out the piece of paper I put in. I was hoping that would be enough to save him. Oh, so that explains it. The name she put into the locker was already gone by the time I got there. Ignoring a slight twinge of emotion, I can't quite identify. Disappointment? Medyo. Relief? I get my phone. I'll go Ruby and find out. Looking for me? Ah! I jump and turn to see Ruby standing behind me. I was just passing by and heard my name. Did something new happen? If someone puts a name into the locker but then takes it back out, will that save the person? I'm afraid not. Once the name is inside the locker, nothing can stop the curse from running its course. Oh. Why? This is my friend Dodoka. Dodoka, this is Ruby. So you're the one who has a plan to break the curse. That's my goal anyway. Why? Are you involved? I put a name into the locker, but then I took it out as soon as I realized what was really going on. I'm sorry. It was already too late. You sure do know a lot about it. I followed the curse here. Followed it? What do you mean? I suppose since you're both already involved, there's no harm in telling me what I know. Although I don't know if it'll help matters any. You never know. Sometimes hearing your perspective on the problem can make all the difference in the world. True enough, the locker of death phenomenon has occurred across the country, but it moves from school to school. When it vanishes from one location, it appears at another. Wait, really? Is that why people at our school only started talking about the legend recently? It was at my school last. Once it disappeared, I searched for any rumors about such a legend until I found your school. Okay, what should I ask? Gusto ko malaman kung yung locker yung nagmo-move o kung gaano katagal nag-i-stay. So, pero parang mas curious ako kung nagmo-move. Curious din ako doon sa una. So, how long na lang? How long does it stay? How long does it stay? I haven't been able to detect a pattern there, but I assume it has to do with the number of victims. You mean if people putting names in, then the locker of death stays until they've all died? Precisely. It's my belief that once people stop using the locker, it moves to a new location. So the more people use it, the longer it sticks around, increasing the chances that even more names will get put in and continue the cycle. When you describe it like that, it almost sounds like a predator. The curse's true nature isn't clear, but I have no doubt it is a malevolent force actively killing people. But why? I believe the hostile spirit is responsible. A spirit? You mean like a ghost? That's right. The skeptic in me wants to object. Yes, I'm really skeptic. Alam nyo naman yun. But since we're dealing with cursed locker, it's not like a ghost that is that it's not like a ghost is that much more unbelievable. Ano ba ito, nabubulol ako? I researched past this appearances of the locker death and traced it back for the years. As far as I can tell, it all began shortly after the death of a young woman, a high school student. Then you think her spirit is responsible for the curse? Possibly, although right now that's just theory. Well, we don't have much time. What are we going to do? I think if we can learn the truth about that girl and her death, we might be able to dispel the curse. Something must have bound her to this world. It sounds to me like she's angry over her death and wants revenge. That's my thought as well. If whatever happened to that girl led her to create a curse like this, I doubt we'll be able to reason with her and send her peacefully to her final rest. Will learning the truth really help? For now, however, the most important thing we can do is stop people from using the locker. I know you took some steps toward that already, but that's not enough. What did you have in mind? We'll seal the locker, so no one can put any more names inside. Close up the vents and lock the door. If someone really is intent on using it, they'll find a way. Even so, it will stop most people. I will on my way to take care of it when I heard you two talking. Do you need help? I'd be glad for the assistance. If you want to accompany me, just stay alert. When you're dealing with malevolent spirits, you never know what might happen. She says that like she has experience with these things. Unsure if that's a good thing or not, I follow Ruby as she starts down the hall towards the entrance to the abandoned wing. Udaka falls alongside me, her gaze troubled. Don't worry, we'll take care of it. I hope so. With the curse threatening both me and the guy whose name she put in, she must be under a lot of stress right now. I wonder who is it anyway? Who it is anyway? Hindi siya yung naglagay ng pangalan ko, Saad. Should I ask? I'm curious kung sino. Sige, tatanungin ko. So who is it anyway? Huh? The guy whose name you put in the locker. What? That's personal. Come on, I'm your best friend. You can tell me. Nope, not a chance. Are you at least going to tell him about the curse? Instead of answering, she lowers her head and stares at the ground. Her shoulders lump. I mean, I guess it's not my place to say you should. And maybe he wouldn't even want to know, but... Save your conversation for later, you two. We're almost there. The abandoned wing is unguarded for a change, although I'm sure there's a teacher somewhere nearby. We take the advantage of the opportunity and hurry in. Okay, palit na naman. Do you really think this will work? If the locker can move from school to school, what if it just unseals itself? That's a possibility we have to consider, but I'm hopeful it won't happen as long as it stays in this location. How are you going to block out the vent? For now, I think we should stop it full of paper. That should be enough to dissuade casual visitors. If necessary, we'll take further steps later on. Okay. We walk through the long abandoned halls toward the spot where we found the locker. It feels like an eternity ago now, even though it was only a week. There it is. We hurry towards it, but as we approach, something appears in the air in front of the locker. What? What the? Is that a knife? The blade hangs in the air, suspended by an invisible force, and then points straight at Ruby. While we stop dead in our tracks, it hurls towards through the air. Okay, what should I do? Okay, I'll duck for cover. Hindi ko ipoprotektahan si Ruby. Wala siyang pakialam sa akin. Wala rin akong paki sa kanya. With a cry, I duck as the knife flies through the air. What? Just in time, Ruby darts the side and the knife sails harmlessly past. Are you okay? Yes, I move in time. Are you both unharmed as well? I'm fine. Me too. I feel a little guilty. Wala akong pake. thinking first of myself when Ruby could have been hit, but it's not like I expected something like that to happen. At least she noticed in time. What was that? We turn around, but there's no sign of the knife. It's as if it vanished. Just like now, how it appeared out of nowhere. Has anything like this happened around the locker of that before? Not as far as I know. Then why is it happening now? Probably because the forces behind the curse were actively opposing them. What now? Should we still try to seal the locker? Yes, we have to try. Just stay alert. We grip over cautiously and the air in front of the locker shimmers. We freeze as something appears in the air in front of us. Not a weapon this time, but a girl? Oh, siya yung namatay sa pinag-uusapan nila. Stay away. Is that... Stay away. While we stand in front of the locker, transfixed in shock, the girl lets out a horrible cry and lunges towards us. Is this a spirit responsible for the locker's curse? What is she going to do? And how can we seal the locker if she stands in our way? Okay, end of the chapter 4. So, may multo. And I'm still skeptic about it. So nakita nyo kanina, gumamit na ako ng, anong tawag doon, ng ruby. Kasi nakakuha ko ng enough coins for trading ng ruby. And then, nag-iipon ulit ako para makakuha ulit ako ng ruby. So, next time, aalamin ko kung sino tong Mumu na to. And then, so, kung hindi ako nagkakamali, Sunday, inilagay yung pangalan ng character ko. Meron pa akong 1 week, according sa game, 1 week para iligtas yung sarili ko. And alamin kung sino nilagay ni Nodoka kasi na-curious ako. Hindi nga ba ako? So, I'm gonna leave this episode today. Leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more videos like this. And as always, your gamer love, Jude. Sayonara. Arigatou gozaimasu.